Hey guys, how are you? This is Eric Broadus back again with another video. In this segment, I want to share a true story with you, and it's regarding in my military career, and it's regarding integrity. Integrity is honesty, and it also ties into ethics, doing what is right whether people are watching you or not. But to make a long story short, this was many years ago, early in my career. I was a E4 or senior airman, and I was eligible to test for promotion. In my last video, I shared about the weighted airman promotion system. And to make a long story short, I was approached by an individual that that knew me, and they said, hey, I know you're testing for promotion, and I have a way to get the question and answers to you and make it easier for you. And the individual said that myself and others have connections to the individual in the personnel center that could get the questions and answers, and they were passing them around. Well, anyway, I was approached and asked about it several times, and each time I turned it down because just me personally, I felt that I wouldn't feel right. I always believe that you earn what it is that you get, because at the end of the day, you have to live with that if you know that you cheated or you gained an accomplishment dishonestly. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that except a man strive lawfully, yet is he not crowned. So you cannot expect to cheat or take a shortcut and expect to win. That would be unfair to others that are competing for the same promotion and rank, and you would be taking a slot away from somebody that worked hard, and you might beat them out by maybe 1/100th of a point, whereas they studied and worked hard and they missed it because you took their spot. Anyway, in previous videos, I've preached and harbored on it. Do not take any shortcuts. Play by the rules. The game has rules. Well, to make a long story short, there were individuals that there was a ring on this particular base, and they conspired, and for the grades of E5 all the way to E7, there was a bunch of them that got promoted. But what happened is that with all branches of service, they have a metric system and a way of measuring how many, percentage-wise, how many line numbers are supposed to be given out for each grade and each rank. And what happened at this particular place I was at, too many individuals were promoted to the grades of E5, E6, and E7. But to make a long story short, what happened is OSI, which is the Office of Special Investigations. Let me break this down for you real quick. OSI, basically for the Air Force, would be the equivalent of NCIS for the Navy and Marine Corps, and I believe the Coast Guard. For the Army, it would be CID, criminal, I believe investigator, something like that. But these are specialized undercover agents that they can blend in, and they do investigations on military criminal activity. And they sometimes, I guess, depending on the case, can work with civilian law enforcement, to resolve, same cases or certain crimes. But they specifically focus on the military. But make a long story short, OSI did a sting when they realized that there were too many line numbers given out for those particular grades on that one area or one base. And what happened is that all of these individuals, they were caught cheating to make promotion. And once they were busted, all of these individuals lost their career. I saw a lot of individuals that once had held rank and stripes, and all you could see was just basically a blank glue patch, and they were given additional labor. And at the time, some might have did some similar to what's called correctional custody, but they were held basically like in a holding until the Air Force was ready to basically discharge them, and they lost their careers, and they basically receive a dishonorable discharge. My point is to you about not taking shortcuts and earning your promotion. Whatever you get in the military or even in life, be prepared to earn it, and keep your integrity. Never sell yourself out, or others out as a shortcut or a cheap shot to try to gain something that you truly didn't earn, because sooner or later it's going to show up. And what I want to say to those of you that are actually in the Air Force or the military, or future recruits, there is always somebody watching. When you're testing for promotion, you're talking about that's money on the line that the Air Force or that specific branch of service is basically going to have to pay out. And all of these things, they have an effect. The grade that you make while you are in the military, should you stay in long enough, it affects your retirement. If that's your top 3 that you finish out at, that means that's what you're going to retire and get, basically, depending on how many. If you do 20, you're going to get 50% of that. So all of these things, short-term and long-term, they have lasting effects. But the bottom line is that you want to always, earn your keep and do it honestly with integrity. Because think about for those individuals, some of them were married, and some were single, some had children. Just think, if you were, say, in a certain rank and you had 18 years in, and you were expecting to, say, maybe retire in 2 years. That means that because you did not keep your integrity, you basically just threw 18 years down the drain, all for nothing. And with a dishonorable discharge, it basically, you have killed yourself for any future federal employment, city employment, state employment. In a lot of civilian companies will not hire you, because in the military, once you do make it in and you swear in, once you make it in and you are you enlist in, and this goes for officers too, you have a track record, and you cannot hide it. They will find it because you have a social security number. So what I will say this to future recruits and to those of you that are in, maintain your integrity. Honestly, it's never worth it to try to cheat, to try to get a certain status, or to try to get ahead of competition when you didn't earn it. Whatever you accomplish, you will have greater satisfaction knowing that you earned it. Even if by chance you never did get caught, the bottom line is that you will know that you cheated. And would it be fair for you to celebrate, with family, friends, and colleagues, something that you didn't earn and that you cheated to get? So the bottom line is, whatever you do it with integrity. That is one of the Air Force core values. Service before self. Integrity first. Integrity. Maintain your integrity, and do not sell yourself out. Because trust me, the Big Brother is always watching, and you might get away for a short period of time, but eventually what you do in the dark is definitely going to come to the light. So that's all I have for today. But maintain your integrity, because in the end, if you maintain your integrity and you do it the honest way, it may take you a little bit longer, and it may require some more elbow grease, but in the long term, it's worth it, and you'll have satisfaction, and you'll also have the respect of your superiors. You have the respect of your peers, your subordinates, your family and friends. Never sell yourself out. Maintain your integrity. That's all I have for this video. Please like, share, subscribe, unlike, leave comments. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.